This is Patrick Hanlon. He's a lot taller than me. If you guys want to learn like what you need to do in order to get people to love you, follow you, whether it be subscribes or likes or hearts or whatever it is, this guy put together a book that talks about the 7 things that make it easy for people to do that. We're going to dive into them with you right after this. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer. Welcome to Video Creators. We are all about helping you grow your YouTube audience so you can spread a message that reaches people, changes their lives, and that's what Patrick is all about. So tell us a little bit about your story real quick.
Started writing Super Bowl spots, and then I got out of advertising, and then 2001 I came up with an idea, or actually a great question, which is why do some companies and their products and services mean something to us while others don't? So I figured out a way that breaks down what big brands were doing at the time into 7 pieces, and each one of these pieces is differentiating so you can do your own thing instead of imitating everyone else. We call this Primal Branding. It's become required reading at YouTube.
Whenever we work with a client more like one-on-one for a while, like his book, Primal Branding, is one that we require them all to read and really go through because it really breaks down these 7 elements we're going to share with you guys here today. These are the things like your audience needs to hear, they need to understand about you and your brand for them to really make that connection with you that you want them to have so that your channel grows, you get more people, and they keep coming back wanting to watch more.
The thing that you're doing is breaking it down into story. You're breaking down the story into 7 elements that all great stories have, even if it's Game of Thrones or Huckleberry Finn. They all have 7 ingredients. They have a creed, they have a creation story, icons, rituals, lexicon, words that they use, non-believers, and a leader. And you break all that apart, and that creates a continuing series of things, and you put it everywhere. Not just on YouTube, but on Instagram and all these other places, social media, digital media, traditional media even. No one else has your creation story, no one else has your creed, no one else has your icons, and just keep going with that.
Let me give you guys an example of this in YouTube world. Good channel, Vlogbrothers, if you heard of them, John and Hank Green. They have all these 7 things in their content. Number 1, their creation story. They started on YouTube way back in the day as an experiment to make videos and send back and forth to each other. Other people started watching, right? But that was their creation story of how they got started. Then they started developing all these creeds, which is like decrease world suck, right? And project for awesome, and a lot of these things that are like, this is what our mission is, what we're all about. And then they have their icons. John has his set behind him, and Hank has his set behind him. They themselves are icons, the way they edit, very fast paced, that's very iconic. And then rituals, tons of them. If you ever notice, whenever John wants to make a point, he always puts his fingers through his hair and goes up like that, right? And then leans back in his chair. Another ritual, they open every single video the same way. Good morning, John. Good morning, Hank. As a way of addressing the other person when they first start their videos.
Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday.
Good morning, John. It's Friday.
Now, the next part of the Primal Code is the lexicon, and they have tons of these, whether it be nerd fighters or nerd fighteria. These are like words that people outside their realm don't really understand and don't really use, but anyone who is a nerd fighter totally knows what Project for Awesome is, Decrease World Suck, words that they use to identify that they are in the community, in that crowd that's a part of that channel. In terms of the non-believers on their channel, these are the people who aren't nerds. These are people who are maybe more like the sports jocks and the people who are really just all about like not really solving problems that are actually creating problems, right? Those are clearly the non-believers, and that's why they call themselves nerd fighters, because they are nerds that are fighting for this better good. And then the leader, John, Hank Green, pretty easy. So this is not uncommon for a lot of the channels that are just killing it on YouTube to have all 7 elements of the Primal brand just deeply encoded in what they do, which makes it easy for people to latch on, love what they're all about, and watch more and more and more. This is so important for you guys to really figure out and implement on your channel in order to gain traction and turn viewers into subscribers and subscribers into passionate, loyal fans for your channel. So what I want you to do is there's a link to Patrick's book down below, read it, and at the end of every chapter, just think, how do I better integrate this into my content, into my brand? And then over there, you see a video, that's his TED Talk, where he dives into this in more detail. So check out the book, go watch the video, and Patrick, we'll see you over there. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks so much.